Let's talk about it. I mean, I get why y'all dislike this movie, but I took it as satire, historically fictional satire. Me having recently only having stepped out of black tokenism, I got some of the stuff that was being said in this movie, okay? But I also get being offended and being, upset that this experience has happened to people and it's being encouraged, I guess. But I didn't take it as encouragement. I took it as like a reenactment, a retell of a piece of the black experience, y'all. The movie was basically talking about, making white people comfortable enough to keep black people alive. Like, that's the message I took from it. Like, we just want to be alive, and this was the what we thought was the best way to go about it, right? And I mean, I get it. It's like, why should we care? Like, we're responsible for ourselves. You're responsible for yourself or whatever. But the world that we live in, we got we got Karens. We got people. We got Karens, and I think the male version is Kens. So it makes sense to me. But I think too, like, you can never get me to dislike David Allen Greer. I mean, I watched In Living Color. Okay, like, I'm sorry. And I don't think it was as simple as just like keeping white people happy, right? It was more to it. And of course, they had to add the romance piece for the Hollywood effect, right? But really, I took it as like there's a group of us black folks who would intentionally make ourselves smaller in predominantly white dominated spaces, for various reasons. Fear of being stereotyped as the angry black fill in the blank if you shared your passion of an opinion, a form of avoidance. Let me just fulfill my temporary purpose here and leave, okay? Could be, your upbringing, right? Maybe you were taught either directly or indirectly that you were quote unquote less than simply because of the color of your skin, that indoctrination. And it just spilled over into your intrapersonal and interpersonal relations with people of, other races, mainly white people. General fear of the unknown. You watch enough movies and TV, you think, okay, let me try these preventative measures to keep this from happening to me. But really, I think it breaks down to a discernment between, being nice versus being appeasing versus blindly and conveniently serving white fragility versus assimilating. And that's a lot of verses, right? And some of the quotes in the movie kind of led me to that understanding. So he said that he lives in a country where he fears every day he might end up dead in some way. It will be deemed as his fault. That that stood out to me. And then the main character's revelation at the end that, he deserves to be here. It shouldn't matter the color of his skin, he deserves to be here. And if you go into any space with that confidence and with that understanding, it doesn't matter, what color you are, you know that you deserve to be here. And then after 27 years, he realizes he deserves to be alive. Like, it's sad, but it's true for some people, y'all. So I kind of like the movie because it's speaking on a black experience that exists. It's another black experience that exists, y'all. I mean, I used to be asked like fried chicken recipes. I used to like somebody just, the random hair touching when I got a new hairstyle. And I used to allow it. I used to allow it because I thought I was educating you on an experience that, you don't know about. But really, at the end of the day, like, it made me feel small. It did. It made me feel small. But I also put myself in that position because I didn't want to rock the boat per se.